Hey everyone, it's Rob, and welcome to my tutorial for the
Origami Christmas Tree.
That's a short clip from my stop motion animation video that I did recently, and you can check out the whole thing by clicking on this link up here. I spent a couple of hours doing it, but I had a lot of fun, so I hope that you enjoy it. On my last update video, I got numerous requests for the Origami Christmas Tree. I would have liked to get it out a little bit earlier, but it's still a fun model to make any time during the year. The Origami Valentine's Day Tree! You know what I'm saying. It's a type of modular origami model, meaning it's made up of a whole bunch of little pieces just like these. You're going to need 3 sheets of printer paper. I'm using 2 green and 1 orange, but if you have brown, that'll work fine also. Once you have the paper, you're ready to go. We're going to convert the printer paper into 5 square sheets just like these. The 2 largest ones are the same size, so if you prefer to use origami paper, all you really need are 4 different sizes from large to small. The orange sheet is going to make up the base of the tree, while the 4 other green sheets are going to compose the 4 top pieces of the tree. Each of these are made the same exact way. The base is made slightly differently. Now I'll show you what folds you need to do in order to make the proper size squares. Grab a green and an orange sheet, and you're going to take the upper right corner of the paper and fold it across so that the top edge is aligned with the left side edge here. Once you neatly line up the edges, you can make a crease along the outside of the paper. Do the same with the green sheet. Grab the corner, fold it to the left, and line up the top and the left edges. Make a crease. Now all you need to do is to remove this excess paper on the bottom here by tearing it or cutting it. And when you do that, you'll come up with 4 sheets just like this. You have 2 of the larger squares, and you also have these 2 excess sheets. So just grab the green sheet, take the top right corner again, and fold it across to the left so that you line up the top and the left edges. Make a crease, and then all you need to do is to remove this little triangular area by taking off the excess paper. When you do that, you'll come up with your smallest piece. Now you have the 2 largest squares and the smallest square completed. To make the last 2 squares, grab your last sheet of green printer paper, take the top and fold it down to the bottom. Line up the edges, and then make a crease along the top edge. All you need to do now is to rip the paper in half, because we only need half of the sheet. Once you do that, you'll get 2 sheets just like this. Now, just grab one of them, because you just need half, and you're going to do the same thing we've been doing. Take the upper right corner, fold it across to the left, and then you could remove the excess paper. So here I've already made the creases, so let's rip the paper. And then all you need to do, so here you have 1 square, and you know what to do with this excess sheet. So just take the corner, fold it across, and then remove the excess paper on the bottom. When you're done, you'll have 5 square sheets just like the ones I showed. Now I'm going to show you how to fold the top 4 pieces of the tree, which are made the exact same way except they're different sizes. Grab your largest square. We've already folded it this way. You want to take the upper left corner now and fold it down to the bottom right corner. Line up the edges and make a crease. Unfold the paper and you'll see you have an X in it. Take the top edge and fold it down to the bottom edge. And once they're lined up, make a crease. When you unfold it, you'll see you now have a horizontal line. So we want to fold the left edge over to the right edge now. So if you do want to flip it or turn it like this, now you could take the top and fold it down to the bottom again. Make a crease. So now if you unfold the paper, you'll see you have an X and also a cross in the paper. Turn the paper like this, and we're going to fold the corner of the paper over to the other corner on one of these diagonal lines. Just like that, so that we have a triangle with the tip on the bottom. Hold the paper and lift up the first layer here, and we're going to tuck this right corner down towards the tip of the triangle here. Lift up the first layer and tuck this corner inwards just like that. Then just flatten everything out. Do the same with the left side. Hold the paper here on the right, lift up this first layer, tuck the corner in, and then flatten everything out. Now we have this diamond structure, which is similar to the bird base. We're going to start making all of the pieces of the origami tree with this diamond, even the base of the tree, so you need to remember how to make this. What we're going to do now is, if you'll notice, we have 4 points here on the bottom now. We're going to take each one of those points and fold them up to the top of the diamond. So start off with the one here on the front, grab this first layer of paper, and fold this point up to the top like this. Once it's lined up, make a crease along the bottom. Now, just flip the paper over and do the same with this point on the bottom. Take the corner, fold it up to the top, and just make a crease on the bottom. So now we just have 2 left. Now you'll see it's flattened out this way. So what you want to do is you want to hold it on the side like this. We're going to open these 2 flaps on the front, open the 2 flaps on the back, like this, and then flatten it out this way. So just flatten it this way now. And now you'll see, we could just fold up these 2 points like we did before.
So fold it up and make a crease along the bottom, flip it over, and do the same thing with the other side.
So now you should have something that looks just like this. Okay, so now that we have each one of these 4 tips folded upwards, we're going to take each one and we're going to pinch the 2 edges together like this. Okay? Then what you want to do is you want to fold it to the right so that this edge here goes right in this groove and the tip should align with the right bottom corner here. So just take the tip, fold it to the right like this, and then make a crease down the middle. So do that with the next one. Pinch these 2 edges together. It's probably easier to set it down on the table. Pinch the 2 edges together, and then fold it to the right just like this.
Fold the tip down to the right and then crease on the center of it all the way up to the middle of the model to make sure everything is as flat as possible.
Do the same thing. Pinch the edges, fold it to the right, and make a crease down the middle.
Do the same thing with the last one, just pinch the 2 edges together and then fold that whole tip down to the right, just like that.
So now your model should look something like this. If you take a look at the bottom of the piece, you'll see that we have 4 flaps here, and they're folded to the right in a counterclockwise direction. That's not the way that we want them. We want them in a clockwise direction so that we can tuck them into these little grooves or slots. So what you want to do is to just flip over each one of these little flaps to the left, like that. Take it and just flip it over like that. Now you'll see you should be able to take each one of these individual flaps, open up the center, and you could tuck it right into that slot like that. Take the tip, open up the paper, and just fold it right inside. Do the same with the rest. So just open up that little slot here, tuck it right into the center like that. Now, I'm not going to lie, the last one is pretty tricky, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to take it and you're going to round it off to the left like this. Okay? And at the same time, you're going to open this slot here and push on this edge. So you want to push on this edge like that. Take the tip, round it off like this, and just roll it right into there. And make sure it's folding here on this corner. So you should be able to kind of work it all the way in there and push it in. And then you'll see you want to pop this back, so just push here on this edge. Now I know it's tricky, but if you practice it a little bit and make sure that you're opening the paper enough and rolling that in there, you should be able to get it. Okay, so there you go. You have finished your piece.
Now that you know how to make one piece, you can go on to make the remaining top pieces. They do become a little bit trickier as you go smaller and smaller, so if you're finding yourself getting frustrated or having a little bit of trouble, don't worry about it. All you need to do is to just make a couple of the larger ones, and your tree will still come out looking pretty good. However, you'll see that if you do practice a little bit, even with the smallest piece, you should be able to tuck everything in and then finally get that last piece in there. All that's left to do now is to fold the base of the tree, and as I said before, you're going to need one of these diamond shapes for every single piece. So once you have one of these, make sure that you're holding the open end on the bottom, just like this, with all of these little tips facing down. Then all we're going to do is take the two top flaps, and we're going to fold these edges into the midline. Set it down on the table, take this top edge and fold it into the midline, and make a crease. Do the same with the other top flap. Take this edge and fold it in. So you should have something that looks just like this. Flip it over and do the same with the other two flaps. Just fold the right edge onto the midline, make a crease, and do the same with the left side. From here on, you'll see that making the base is very similar to making the green pieces. The only difference is that we don't fold these little corners or tips all the way up to the top. What we're going to do instead is just take the tip, pull it upwards until it can't go anymore, which is basically along this edge, and then make a crease along the bottom. Flip it over and do the same exact thing with this tip. Just fold it up, and then make a crease on the bottom. So now we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Turn it to the side, open these front flaps and open the back flaps, and then just squash it in this direction now. Now you can take these two tips on the bottom and fold it up all the way, just like this, and make a crease. From here on, making the base is exactly the same as making the green pieces, so I'm going to speed up the video, but I'll still narrate and let you know what I'm doing. So we're going to pinch the tip and fold it to the right and then crease down the middle. Do the same thing for the next one. Pinch the edges together, fold it to the right, and then crease down the middle. Do the same thing for the last one. So now you have all these flaps, and you want to fold them to the left now so that they're going in a clockwise direction. Do that for all four of the flaps, and then you could tuck them in. One, there's the second one, here's the third one, and then the fourth one is a little tricky, so just round off the tip and roll it in there, push on that edge so that you open up the slot, and you should be able to kind of work it in there so that it locks completely. And there you go, there's your base. Now that you've finished all of the pieces, just grab the base and you'll see that these four edges sticking up can fit into any of the four slots on the bottom of the pieces. So all you need to do is to just line them up, and then you could slide it in. Do the same with the next piece. And there you go. There's your origami tree.
I hope you enjoyed my tutorial for the origami tree. I know that on my other video, a lot of people also wanted to see the interlocking, single-sided, 8-pointed ninja star. Now, if you still want to see this, let me know, leave me a comment below, and also, don't forget to rate this video by giving it a thumbs up, and also subscribe by clicking the button above. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon.